Well, I'm back again. I guess I want to begin this little thing with a short prayer for E'yona Numan, who is currently in Havenwyck Hospital here in Auburn Hills in Detroit, Michigan, and they are turning her against me based on the fact, well, she's 13 years old. She never been out. She never been out outside of the house a lot because we've been moving around and stuff, and they just taking advantage of me being, me not having the right money in order to hire a lawyer. But I'm a veteran. My father did 20 years in the Air Force. I had two brothers that served, and they just coming down. And I have a service-connected disability rated at 0%. Now, how they come to that point? And they're targeting me through some voucher program based on when I got drafted into the military. And this is about, E'yona trying to benefit from whatever my life had benefited me to do, or to be able to support her. Right now, we can't even visit our daughter in a family setting. What I mean by that, she can't visit her younger brothers and sisters, and now she don't really even bring them up, and I try not to mention them to her. It's been a week or so now, and I don't really want to speak about it in front of the children here at home. It's just a terrible thing that so many great things are happening in the world, but how great can they be when something like this is going on? Like if you're going to rule the world, you got to at least rule the neighborhood. And what judges are doing on benches, it's clear cut that they should at least be questioning what they're doing. What person would, and then to get details, see, they're just doing so much dirty stuff, just like Obama. Right now, just because he lost an election, he's just going around just doing stuff. This takes money, and it's stuff that disrupts people's lives. Obama have given white people stimulus packages, you're too big to fail. And then, a 13-year-old child that was born while he was in the White House, her civil rights are just being violated for no reason. And then, and then they're making a big deal out of it because they put me in a situation that's just really un-American. But if you do something, if you sow a bad seed, don't we haven't got to the point of it's going to grow. It's not going to perfect what's to come. You can only get what you give, And so they are giving to her, like I've always taught her to believe in the system because I thought the system would be better by now. And it is getting better, but, I don't want her to miss her turn. She don't need to miss her ship. Right now, they're forcing her to take medication because she want to be the average teenage daughter. Why can't a black child be an average teenage daughter? They can't be an average teenage daughter when they see their counterparts just being, what should be on cable is on regular TV. What's on prime time should be, some other time, or no time, really. The way it's going, and we're pretending like we're paving streets with gold when we can't keep up with the asphalt. And now, and then you confront, the things that affect you, and you effectively get in the public and you speak about it, and you still can't get no type of justice for a child. It's just like it's just like. As a person get older, then they say, well, you kind of go along. But just blatantly just disrespect children and just molest them really is what's happening. When I got drafted into the military, I was told that if I said I was a homosexual, they couldn't have drafted me. But they convinced me to go to the military and don't fight that because it's to fight communism. And they was just explaining what any American, that as great as this country is, they pretty much make you feel obligated to fight communism. So, well, I did I did a service thing back in the 70s during the Vietnam era. I had two brothers that served in that era. and they are both passed away now because like when they got out of the service, I don't know what they're gonna. Well, the service have positive impacts and they have negative impacts. It's a good thing for most, and it's death for a lot. But the people that died and I guess at that time we were fighting communism, so it was said according to the draft. I don't know where we are now, who we fighting and why we fighting. But it's just war upon war. But anyway, I just want somebody to think about E'yona Nikia, and if I had to pay you back dollar for dollar, then you just do it that way.
I'm just basically, well, I guess everybody know me. I'm Felicia Dixon, and I'm just basically just